Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good Sunday, good morning. I forgot I didn't even see what time it is. But, anyways, I wanted to share something that I think if we all really thought about it, we'd be more happier. Man, I look tired. I look rough. I need a shower. Anyways, we own nothing. We own nothing. We borrow everything we have or that we bought, we're just borrowing. It's a thing you can't take with you when you leave this world. But somehow, it's whether it's our brain tricking us or us tricking our brains, however you want to put that, we get confused. And then we have this habit of thinking, if we just save every dollar we can, that one day it'll be enough. Right now is enough. And I understand, we need money to, get the things we need to pay rent. I'm not saying like, oh, quit your jobs, don't try to be responsible. I'm not talking about that. But don't worship money. Don't worship man on earth. Don't worship the things that don't matter at the end of the day, when the only thing that matters is you with God and God with you, and trying to do our best to live like Jesus. And I know that's a lot to take in, especially if you don't know or don't follow Jesus. I've been there. I know how it is to be like, oh, well, it's easy to say, especially if you're not struggling. Man, I've been struggling all my life, and that's not a joke. Like, everybody struggles. Everybody has things going on. Not everybody talks about it. Some people might be more verbal about things than other people, but it's neither God's fault or your fault. We live in the world of we live in Satan's playground. This world is not fair. Don't expect it to be. And sometimes, we just, I want to save all this money. When I'm gone, I want to make sure my kids are set, my kids are good. But even if you save all the money in the world, you don't necessarily know even what your kids would do with it, or how it's going to affect their lives, if it's even going to change their life. And I think we should all be careful about, especially with kids, don't teach them that money is everything. It helps with a lot of things. It makes a lot of things seem easier, a little less stressful, because it makes things easier, to pay rent, to buy food, all the things you need. But it's deeper than that. There's more to it. And money is really just paper. The people that print it the right way, make it, they could make more of it if they want to. It's not, we're not low on money in this world, no matter how they put it. And we live in a world where, there's a few people running a game, and we just happen to be pieces on the board. And some of us might get lucky with life. Some of us might have more struggles. Some might be in the middle. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean God doesn't care, and it doesn't mean you deserve it, Things happen. It's how we deal with it. It's how we get through it that I think that matters. And I just wanted to share that real quick before I lost my train of thought, before I go to the store and get some milk. But try to remember that money is, in a sense, is like a delusion. We think we need it for everything. In a sense, we need it to, we do, but it's not above God. It's not above yourself. And never love money more than God or yourself, because that, at the end of the day, it's going to leave you unhappy. I don't know how many of you guys ever sat down or talked to a homeless person, and most of them, if you really just talk to them, because really they just want somebody to talk to most of the time. They want to be treated and looked at as humans too. And if you ever notice, like, if you really get to know someone on the streets, 9 times out of 10, well, I don't know, 9 times out of 10, but anyways, a lot of them are some of the happiest people you can meet. Unless they're maybe having one of those days, like if they're really hungry, obviously, if they need something to drink because they're dehydrated, or they're dealing with something medical. Apart from like those things, a lot of them are pretty happy, more happier. Like I've seen homeless people have more joy sometimes than people who have, a lot or just enough. Like they have a home, a car, everything they need, but yet they're not as happy as some of the people on the streets. So think about that too. I think that's important, because we get too focused on wanting more. Like we have a habit sometimes comparing ourselves to others, or I want to be where they're at, and that's okay to want to better yourself, want to be on a certain level. There's nothing wrong with that, but we're all people, we're all equal, we all should love one another. We don't have to like each other necessarily, we don't have to hang out every day, we don't have to, some people you just can't be around, and that's okay. But you can still be loving, you can still be there for them, and then vice versa. Help each other get through this life as humans, and just learn to have joy. A lot of people talk about how they're not happy, or they wish they were happy all the time. Happiness is just like anger or sadness, it's something that's not meant to be every moment of your life. You'll have moments of happiness, sorrow, anger, there's times where you're sad, but you can practice like joy. Like joy and happiness sound so similar, but they're very, very different. You can have joy in all that you do. You can find joy in it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have moments where it's hard, or if you still might feel a little angry or sad. That's okay, you're human. But you gotta sometimes find the light in the dark, you gotta dance in the rain sometimes, you can't always have sunshine every day. It's what you do with it, it's how you handle it, it's what you make out of it. And I don't want that to sound like delusional or anything, like, oh, you can't just be happy all the time. Well, you can't, but you can have joy in all things. And you can practice joy, you can practice being joyful, and just really sit with yourself, talk to yourself is very important. You got to rewire your brain a little bit, because what you say out loud, what you repeat, what you think, our brains get stuck on that, and it becomes a pattern, and it's hard to break those patterns. But if you're working on it, if you're doing the things you need to do, if you're practicing, joy, if you're putting God first, or, spending time in prayer and the Word, or even if you don't know God or you don't follow God yet, you can still practice, resetting your mindset, rewiring your brain to understand things in a different way than you maybe were taught, or how you grew up, what's been instilled in you. Don't get hung up on all the bad. Like we could have 9 good things happen to us today. We could be having a good day, but that one thing that went wrong, we tend to focus on that one thing that went wrong. Even though 9 awesome things happened today, you had several blessings, or it was just a good day, but then one little thing doesn't go our way, or whatever, it might be a flat tire, whatever the case may be. We get stuck on that one thing and let it ruin our day. Don't let that one thing ruin your day. And with that, I guess I'll end on that. Anyways, good talk, much love. Hope everybody has a good week. I need a shower. I need some rest. I didn't sleep good last night, and I need a break from coffee. I had some coffee before church this morning, and I had like little tremors in my hand from just one little cup. So I think that's my cue to take a break. And that new coffee creamer I tried, I think I'm kind of allergic to it, even though it's gluten-free. I lost my smell and taste a little bit. So, I can let that ruin my day because I spent $10 on 2 different creamers. I'm not going to. I used to get mad about little stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, man, that sucks. But anyways, have a good day. Practice joy. Much love.